All right, is the stream good? Mic good? Y'all already know I gotta make sure everything, music slightly lower, and I gotta pull up my display. How's everyone doing in chat? If you guys are pulled up yet, hold on. Let me replay. Oh man. Refresh this real quick. I hope Gege. Oh yeah, Gege's sick. Gege's something about Gege being sick. From what Myamura posted. All right, but the chapter. I'm waiting till a couple more people fall in. It's over. 7 chapters. All right, hold on. We gotta lock in real quick because I didn't look at him yet, but I did leave him in the posted comments. 7, not chapters. 7 pages is crazy though. Let me pull up my display. That's insane. All right, let's turn it down a little bit more. No, that's crazy, y'all. 7 pages is insane work. It's 7 double pages? That's not too bad. That's like 14. It almost be like 17 including the or 16 including these other color spreads. All right, but this is pretty sick. So they enter a domain, at least initially. Man, this cover is clean. I can't get over it. And Takaba, hold on. I didn't notice that. Takaba has a cover. Cover number 27. That's sick. That might be the sickest cover. I don't even know if can I even zoom in on it? Why can't I open a new tab? Oh, okay, there it is. No, I can't even zoom in that well. Nah, Takaba cover is clean. Let's zoom out though. All right, what is this chapter talking about? Cause I heard someone got packed in 7 pages. What would that be, like 14 pages based on the double spreads? They do their domain. Bruh, don't tell me this dude. 7 pages of Yutaro getting owned? Oh, say it's not so, chat. That's insane. He should have an advantage. Like Sukuna, he's done so much. He should be like burned out a little bit. I cannot tell what they're saying here, but what? It looks like Yuta is about to use a technique. Sukuna gets right in his face. Bro, what's going on? Sukuna, he has one arm, Yuta. Go, Yuta ain't my goat. Y'all, if Yuta gets packed up, we're gonna have some uncomfortable conversations. We're gonna have some very uncomfortable conversations. Nah, man. Not like this. The fumbling is crazy. Please, not like this. He got right in front of his face. Did all that monster talk just to get packed? Hold on. This is Gojo's flesh. How is he hitting him? Oh my gosh, Yuta. What happened to Infinity? Rika's crying. Oh, that must be his dead body. What? That's it? Okay, so he didn't get... Okay, y'all tricked me. He didn't... Y'all tricked me. He didn't immediately get. I thought he died this chapter or something. No. This was. Oh, that's why this chapter's so short. Yeah, this is trash. This is a trash chapter. But that's why it's so short, because Gege's sick. That's why it's short. Oh. Yeah, this chapter was Boo Boo Buns. This was Buns. A, because I couldn't read it. B, because it was literally just about 7 pages. It's pretty short. We'll see what Myamura has to say about it, though. If they, I don't think they, I don't think they. What did they do? I don't think they have. No, they didn't announce anything yet. Downright abysmal. Man, this was insane. This was unapologetically trash. But it's only trash because it was uneventful. And it didn't look, bro. I can't read any of this, but the way this is portrayed, like Yuta, he's about to do a technique. The way he's drawn here is absolutely garbage, by the way. I have to mention that. Gege has to be sick. But Sukuna zooms in right in his face. I mean, his forehead is touching his noggin. He blitzed, bro. How did you have Gojo's body? How do you get blitzed in his own zone? Useless. I like how you worded that. Sukuna is touching him. Mind you, pause. Mind you, he has one hand. He's actually making contact with him. He punches him. I'm thinking, what happened to Infinity? And then we pan out to Yuta's dead body. And I think that then Yuta's using his Gojo's domain strategy. Dog, what is up with his freaky eyeball being that big? I don't know. That's just, he is like a fishbowl eyes or something. I honestly think it's probably easier to just draw a big eyeball. So that's probably why it's like that. Hopefully when Gege comes back, Nobra comes back too. Oh wow, Nobra talks again. We'll see. We'll see if he can cook an actual chapter this time, instead of him force feeding us this half-baked, literally half-baked chapter. This was half a chapter. This wasn't even half a chapter, it felt. This is like a third of a chapter. Looks like my king is still standing on business. He certainly is. I have no clue how he's touching Gojo. Yuta must be that bad. And that's not really surprising considering the technicality involving the Limitless. But I'd like to... Okay, Myamura posted. Alright. Dang, we only been on for like 8 minutes? This honestly ruined my week, man. Man, my week was already ruined when, if you guys know the Chainsaw Man chapter, man, my week was ruined. Fujimoto ruined my week. Then Gege, I hoped he saved it, but he didn't. He's not making it much better. The ring is still on Yuta's corpse, so... Oh, Camilo, I'm glad you caught that. So this Gojo can't use Yuta's powers. And Rika's still just holding on to his dead body, so it's like, damn. The chapter begins with Sukuna and Yutaru opening the domains, and Yuta successfully manages to reduce the size of Unlimited Void's barrier to the size of a basketball like Gojo did. Alright. Interesting. Bro, that freaky ass chapter. What's going on in Japan? I don't know. They're tweaking out. They're crashing out over there. I definitely know Fujimoto crashing out. That dude gooned. He gooned so hard. That was the craziest. It just doesn't add to the craziness of this week. For how some of these Jump authors been. Did wonders for my channel though. Yeah, that was I saw that. You were doing some numbers, man. How you doing, DJ Miles? And I was thinking about that Chainsaw Man chapter 2. I was like, I was I'm not making a review. I'm not making a review for that chapter, man. I'm going to have to make when I talk about that chapter, I'm going to have to make a video about Fujimoto. That's what it's going to be. Cuz I'm not making a standalone review on whatever that chapter was. It that for my style that just will not work for me. I'm just going to have to talk about Fujimoto and how I feel about him. So definitely look out for that the next couple of weeks. What if next chapter is gas? Yeah, I'm sure. Like it's not gonna stay in this rut with Fujimoto, but I'm sure I at least trust they'll get better. But it's almost like with Fujimoto style that it gets these sort of it's almost like we're getting unsatisfying payoffs. And some people say that's the point, but that's not enjoyable. That's still not enjoyable. And it's just weird. Hey, Mr. Westcott. Yeah, this chapter is let's go besides the Fujimoto stuff. Let's talk about this chapter. We could talk about Fujimoto later because that's a whole nother thing. But for this chapter, I expected it looks like Gege's sick. So this chapter's quality is not the best at all. This is probably since Shinjuku started, this is probably the most I'd say rushed, but and yeah, this is rushed because it's a short chapter. It's just cut short. That's what's trash about it. Nothing to talk about. And we really can't talk about anything because we can't read all this. So yeah. What I can say about it is it looks like he's not having a very good time with Sukuna. Which is very surprising considering Yuta's body should be fresh and healed. Sukuna has literally one hand. He can't use oil slash. Everything about him is nerfed to the ground. It's just crazy how much look at this aura, chat. Like it doesn't matter how weak Sukuna gets, he won't stop. He'll just beat him down. It doesn't matter. Bro has Yuta shook. Yuta has every advantage, but he's just not Gojo. No hand to hand, no heart, no bitches. Man, I didn't think about that either. He wouldn't know Gojo's Wing Chun fighting style either, or whatever Gojo does for his hand to hand. All right, Myamura said something else, so at least we get some clarity on what's going on. The narrator says the solution Gojo created for Sukuna's open barrier domain is to make a small barrier which can withstand the effect of Malevolent Shrine for 3 minutes. We already knew that. Dang, imagine Gege just reiterated that again. Japan lost its heart when Gojo Satoru died. Only solution is taking off his shirt. I mean, there wasn't much to say, but the sensationalism of it all just what is that? Garnered clicks. Oh yeah, it was definitely a shock factor, DJ Miles. It was a very shocking chapter. I definitely have some reservations about it because if right when I saw that panel, that Shinji panel, I was like, what is this man cooking? Because no, I'm gonna have to talk about it later because I have so much to say. We're just gonna have to mix it all in this this stream. Death Devil, Nostradamus Prophecy, etc. Yes, I'm waiting on that sort of stuff, GJ Miles. Like it's like Fujimoto's force feeding us um stuff with Denji and Asa's relationship that I did not want to. I was not comfortable getting into. And like there's stuff in the plot that's still moving, and it's like we're focusing even like, oh snap. I always laugh at freaking Nobra's thing. Or do binding vows. Thanks for the dono. Do binding vows reset changing bodies? Uh-oh. Hold on, let me... Yeah, let me turn that off, because I don't know why I was going crazy. Super's going crazy. But what were you saying? Hold on, let me get back to that dono. Do binding vows erase when transferring bodies, or do binding vows reset changing bodies? It should have... I personally think it should have something to do with the user's soul taking the vow of FLX. But I think that's something that we really need to see more of. But thanks for the dono. All right. All right, what's up, everyone in chat that's coming in again? I think it sticks to the soul. Yeah, like it was saying, Rody. They become null. Kenjaku said it. He did mention something about that, didn't he? He said he said all the binding vows become null when I obtain this body. Interesting. It's like I immediately think that it would be tied to the soul, but man, that is very interesting now. So they would be tied to the flesh, like Rai Guy's saying, since what Kenjaku said. So they would be a physical thing relating to the body. But even that doesn't make too much sense since Kenjaku can make a loophole that allows... No, I guess that has to do with his technique anyway. But yeah, so it has to do with the flesh. All right. What else was Myamura talking about? Oh, man. So Yuta says, taking Sukuna's fatigue into consideration, it's possible for me to withstand his domain for 3 minutes, just like Gojo-sensei. Sukuna has reduced the effective range of the curse technique to surround Yuta's barrier and eliminated Malevolent Shrine's 99-second time limit to surround Yuta's barrier. So because the barrier is smaller, he eliminated the time limit. Sukuna, is there no limit? Is there no limit to the things you just make up? Is there no limit to it, chat? We're seeing it live. He just decided that in this moment. That's just he just decided that. Because he made his domain smaller, he eliminated that he eliminated the time limit. Sukuna's just the GOAT. He certainly is. Top jujutsu sorcerer to ever live. The way he's just abusing these skills. And it actually makes a little bit of sense because in what was that? Let me see if I can find it. What was that? 248? Chapter 248. 58, my bad. 58. When he did the unlimited, the freaking Malevolent Shrine, It was full output, and it was the same range as in Shibuya, which is the 200-meter thing, 200-meter radius. So it makes a little bit of sense that since it's not at full output and he shrank the curse technique, then he'd have more time for him, allow more time for himself. But it's still a thing that he just decided in that moment, which is very interesting. Sukuna didn't didn't break the didn't the binding vow break when he broke that seal? As in, yes, he still had vows, but broke when the seal unwrapped. What seal do you mean, Rody? Fraud Okotsu, like the seal for the barrier seal or a binding vow seal or something? Stacking binding vows is crazy. It's going to be the death of him. Yeah, we're gonna eventually see what happens when he. I mean, even if he breaks his own vow, he only loses what he gains. So I don't even think he's gonna like die from that, unless someone like his curse technique goes away and someone just kills him, or his curse technique glitches out or something like that. But we're gonna see. Animesh Gege loves Yuta very much too. I mean, he probably likes Yuta, but it doesn't. It's not looking like he's in his most favorable position. Not as much as Sukuna. Okay, so Myamura said before the fight, Yuta swapped souls with Gojo to train and improve his barrier techniques. Wow. Did he teach him how to did he teach him how to throw hands as well? I hope he didn't skip that part. He loved Nanami too. We all know what happened. Yeah, I think wasn't Nanami like his coolest or his favorite character? Clearly not. I hope he practiced hand to hand with them too. But maybe he couldn't teach him all that. He didn't teach him how to box. Yeah, I hope he teach him how to box, man. Cause I wasn't worried about the domain. I already knew the domain was gonna be locked in, since they both know how to use barrier techniques. But I guess he would teach him about that small prison realm experience. Man, it's like they just planned for him to die, I swear. For Gojo to die. They had him soul swap training. Man, he had all the prep time. I know Gojo while in Yuta's body was doing him dirty. Gojo in Yuta's body? Interest. So if they swap souls, that would also man, this it's so much body switching going on right now. It's weird. So Gojo, he'd basically be in Yuta's body with Yuta's kit. I wonder if he would improve. There's would there even Oh, that must have been how he got stronger or how he cheated versus Sukuna in the earlier round. I guess what chapter was that? Like 240? That was like the 240s chapter. 248, 250. Something like that. Yeah, I think it was like 249 or something. Something like that. For how he got stronger. Or maybe this didn't have anything to do with Gojo. But they still said that they cheated, so they upped their reinforcement and everything. I don't know. I just having Gojo in your body wouldn't make you any worse. I just know that. I think Yuta cheating is body swap. Yeah, that's an obvious cheat, but I'm talking about the soul swap training that Wee uses with his curse technique at least. Gojo did say Yuta needs to perfect his cursed energy last chapter, I think. Yep, he said his cursed energy was sloppy. But now, if Yuta, he just took Gojo Sensei's body, now his cursed energy should be perfect with the six eyes, right? But I guess if it's not, then Gojo teach him how to use it like that. I mean, how can you? Oh, I meant to say soul swap. You have to feel for Sukuna. Bro is fighting continuously without resting a bit. Bro is truly the strongest. Animesh, I'd say right now, I do not feel anything for Sukuna other than respect. I respect him, but in terms of actual emotion, I don't feel anything towards this guy except he needs to die immediately. But I respect him as an antagonist, and he definitely needs to have his moments. It's interesting to see some Sukuna fans in chat though. Y'all definitely real ones. You Yuta would have been so OP if he had good cursed energy control. He should be. Yeah, he really would be because he had so much cursed energy. He has even more cursed energy than Gojo. But if he was more efficient, man, he would go insane. Like if he even was approaching Sukuna's level of efficiency, which obviously he probably wouldn't even get there, but if he even started to approach that level, he'd be even more of a monster than he already is. How is Sukuna's incomplete domain clashing with Infinite Void? I think in regards to the domain being incomplete, the loophole would have to be. That's a good question actually. Because I think the loophole would have to be that it lasts for 99 seconds, but now it doesn't last for 99 seconds. It lasts for the time limit is off. So it lasts longer. So I'm wondering what loophole is here now. I did miss this part. It says in under 3 minutes, I'll damage Sukuna enough to where he can't maintain my level in the shrine. Sukuna says, I'll destroy Infinite Void under 3 minutes and expand my domain to finally kill everyone. Damn. That's tough. I'm waiting to see the panel where he gets blitzed. GG's. I'm wondering what Yuta's thinking then. What's running through his mind as he's getting blitzed in Gojo's own body? Like, you're making him look bad. You're making your goat look bad. Our goat. Still stupid how he didn't get a full power Yuta in his own body against Sukuna. Yeah, that's an interesting decision. But from what we know now, Yuta couldn't unleash Rika because he couldn't risk using those 5 minutes. So he had to restrain himself. Technically, he had to use his domain so he can unleash his curse technique, and he didn't have to fully relinquish Rika. It's weird how that worked out, but it's like he was holding back, but he still had to like find a way to reserve his strength. Though I don't know how really what full power Yuta would be doing to Sukuna anyway, without the situation now with Gojo's help. Because even in the domain, he was pretty much struggling, even with Yuta constantly nerfing him. He wasn't struggling that bad, but they were kind of on the back foot, and they had a good amount of trouble keeping Sukuna down. Like, they were holding their own, but they were like, it's because Sukuna's constantly getting nerfed, and the conditions within the domain. He had the whole hollow wicker basket. Yeah, it was. Yes, he was definitely he was definitely trying. You two are about to get one armed. Yeah, Camilo. I think he has. That's so crazy to me, man. Gojo's literally the hand-to-hand, not even merchant. Bro's a hand-to-hand god. And he's making him look like this against a Sukuna this nerfed with basically one working arm. Okay, look at here we get a little bit of hand-to-hand. Yuta tries to pull Sukuna using blue, but Sukuna suddenly reduces the distance, I think it says. Sukuna wraps his amputated arms to hold Yuta and lands a punch on his face. This, bruh, Yuta, he has one arm. He has one arm. This really shouldn't be as funny as it is. Look at this panel, y'all. He's pairing Yuta's punch with his stub arm, half of his arm. Is that how this works? This man is handicapped, literally. This dude is almost armless. Real question is, how is Yutaru using blue in a domain clash? You can use a curse technique in a domain. As long as the curse technique is already applied within the domain expansion, you can freely use your curse technique. We saw that with Gojo and Sukuna. And it was stated multiple times, but I think it was only used with, at least with in their examples though, so I don't blame you. You are not that guy, pal. He's not that guy. He's not. Getting beat by nerfed one, getting blitzed and getting hands put on by a one-armed nerf Sukuna. That doesn't look good. Not in Gojo's body, Yuta. Not in my goat's body. Put Yuji back in the ring, bruh. I can't watch this. Yo, I don't. It's crazy, man. At least Yuji was putting hands on this dude. Did he even punch him yet? No, he didn't even. He couldn't even land. He couldn't land his curse technique. He couldn't land a hit. Damn. That's tough. Sukuna, the real Gojo, would have already had him locked. If Yuta doesn't come back, I'm gonna be crippled. Or if Yuta, what was that? I'm gonna be upset. If Yuta is low-key getting pummeled by a cripple, okay. I give Gojo the advantage of hand-to-hand combat versus Sukuna, but Yuta is not Gojo. Yeah, I never expected it like this. I thought at least, you know what? The battle's not over yet, so I can't even say what I was about to say. Because at the end of the chapter, we see him launch. Do they use another domain? Because I don't think it broke, but they might shrink it further. I can't tell. Let me see what the end panel looks like. Is this the end? No, this is not the end. This is the first page, right? Oh, this. Oh, I thought they went. Oh, okay. Because of how this was listed, I thought they went on another domain clash, but it ended right here. That's sorry, actually. Yeah, that's sorry. That's sorry. I'm sorry, you did. That's real sorry. Man, I thought they had like another domain clash. Man, that's actually sorry. Yuta wonders, how did Sukuna manage that attack and realize that alongside domain expansion, Sukuna simultaneously used domain amplification to penetrate through infinity, which allowed him to land an attack on Yuta. That's extremely sorry. Gojo would not get hit like this. Not even close. Because even with amplification, you have to it's like you have to pour into the curse technique. Like Sukuna's, his output's not even that high, and he's literally ramming through this dude. Because with domain amplification, you have to pour into the curse technique. It's gonna cause a clash between amplification and infinity. But here, there's no clash. He just gets punched. worse than Kashimo. This is sorry. Pause. Man, what is there to say? He's getting ran through right now. Is there? I can't even censor it. He's just getting run through. He's getting beat down. And this would not happen to my goat. He's not him. How can Yuta ever? How can Yuta ever win? I feel like he's way overpowered by Sukuna. Plus, he's not super familiar with using Gojo's abilities. He should have thought of this. I think it's impressive alone that he can even that he's even trying to use these abilities. Or it's really more impressive he's using this domain expansion the way he is. Or this domain expansion plan. But he does not, I don't think he has this curse technique down packed. And I think we have like one more page left, right? Yuji, better hand-to-hand fighter. Man, dude. I actually think Yuji is better hand-to-hand than Yuta, an actual Yuta's body, because Yuta would really be using his curse techniques. Of course, he uses his sword and different things like that. So in just straight hands, I actually would think literally the hand to hand, Yuji would be much better. And he basically would already prove that because of how he was handling Sukuna with 7 black flashes in taijutsu. Yuta needs some training from Mike Tyson. Bro, I seriously thought hand to hand Yuta would be, I thought he would be clean because he has Gojo's flesh and Gojo's body would remember that. But man, Gojo's body didn't remember nothing. He said, it said, I'm not helping Yuta out. Not like this. Yuta's not cooking. Where's the face cam? No face cam this chapter. Not for this one. I was thinking about doing it, but I don't have the energy for it. I think this is a very short chapter though. I think it's 2 more pages. No, 2 more. I think it's 1 more. Dang. Wow, 1 more page. Just Yuta dying. Sorry. That's sorry and sad. You guys see how these leaks are just outside on the floor? That's interesting to me. Bro is on the ground taking these pictures. Outside. Or yeah, y'all don't want to see me laughing at how trash Yuta is right now. And mind you, Yuta is my goat. Yuta, I absolutely love Yuta. But this is extremely sorry on his part. For what this plan was, I expected more. And I actually had more respect when I thought that this page was the last one. Because I thought they went into another domain clash. But no, it's just Yuta's getting beat up. Can't keep up. Yuta's dead body. Rika's crying. What does she even say here? What is... if I had some idea... And it's like a 2-week break. Released on July 1st. Oh man. It's like a 2-week break. Why did it say July? That's Yuta's dead body, right? Yeah, that's Yuta's dead body. You guys already know there's going to be some Gojo theorists. But why would they put Gojo's dead brain into Yuta's body. Rika just says Yuta. Okay. Yeah, it's just sad. Glaze my 10 too strong. Man. Yes, another 2 week break. You hate to see it, especially for a chapter like this. Oh man. It can't be like this. Not for a plan as big as this. This was, I guess, technically, Yuta being sorry in Gojo's body gives the other students more of a chance to grow and to, because ultimately, if it comes down to Sukuna's death and defeat, I personally think it's going to come down to like Yuji and Megami's help or something like that, or in like their innate domain or something where it comes to that point. So I hope things work out in that sort of manner. But Yuta being sorry, it's unfortunate, but it does leave room. Like if Yuta was defeated, like we still have a good story to go from. Although that also would inherently make like this whole Yuta's decision would be trash if he just got defeated. Because it's like, why did you use Gojo's body this way if you're going to be this sorry? But at the end of the day, you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. It's not over yet. So I'm looking at this. I'm literally staring at this panel. It's like, did Sukuna just punch his head into the edge of the domain? What is that panel? Where's the solo swapping part coming into play? He was not familiar with Sukuna's game. Hey, I saw you too, Rumor. What's up, man? And Fufu, everyone in chat. It's equivalent to Grandpa getting beat up by a blind stink miner from Boondocks. Stink meaner, I mean. Oh, man. Oh, it's Rika's teardrop? Okay. That's much better than what I had in mind. Because I literally thought he was just getting beaten inside the domain. Is he actually finished? Tears in my eyes. He can't be. It just, for a decision to bring Gojo back, it can't be this bad of a wash. Like, it just cannot. Like, I don't even think Yuta landed one hit or did anything effective. All he did right now was save Yuji and Todo from Sukuna's domain. That's all he did at this moment, which is enough because ultimately I do think Yuji's going to clean this mess up. But for a decision to bring Gojo's body back just to be sorry, that's not it at all. Why the short chapter? Because Gege Akutami is sick right now. He's sick again. He did pretty well for this chapter. Some panels are completely atrocious. This one right here is dog water. Some of these are just kind of normal, but I really like this opening panel. This one right here with the domain. This color spread. This chapter was a solid 5 out of 10. Literally because it's not even a full chapter. Gege clearly does not want to write JJK anymore. Oh my days. Oh my. Not my series. Not my Shonen Jump. Not like this. He is sick though, so you gotta cut him a little bit of slack. Very short chapter indeed this June. Yeah, it's tough. It doesn't give us a whole lot to work with either. It's like, because Yuta's here. He showed up, scrapped with Sukuna. He didn't do anything. He's holding his against the domain, but we don't know how long that'll last since Sukuna eliminated his 99-second rule. It can last longer. It can still break the domain from the outside, and he can't beat him on the inside. Oh my, it's terrible. This is not at all how I pictured it. I pictured they'd be at least on like some sort of equal ground or something like that, man. If Yuta can't beat him inside the domain, he's going to kill someone, man. He's at least going to kill Yuta. Whoever said the Chainsaw Man chapter was better might need some help. I'm not gonna lie. No, that chapter was not any better. This week was not that good, man. No, there's no even way to sugarcoat it. This week was not good at all. This is not a good week for Chainsaw Man or for Jujutsu Kaisen. This parallels the nothingness that happened in Chainsaw Man. The nothingness. Zero motion going on right now. Man, but that's just tough. It's like, what is he doing? Did this last panel at least get translated? Yeah, it already did, but we know. Scene switches, we see fully manifested Rika crying, grieving, calling Yuta's name as she dearly holds his lifeless body. That is not good. We could have had something, Gege. We could have built something great. We could have got our joy back with a full power Gojo clash. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. Make it happen. That's what I wanted to see. Even if Yuta was weaker, I didn't imagine he'd be this weak. Because this was Yuta was so weak that this chapter honestly did not feel fun. It was just seeing my goat get cooked. That's basically what it was. It didn't feel fun to read. And at least if he did like lose or something in that manner, it should at least be a fun read, but it wasn't fun at all. It wasn't fun to look at or read. Rest in pieces. Y'all think Yuta's Sukuna's gonna eat Yuta? Or eat isn't that like a theory going around that he's going to eat someone important? I know he already ate Tengen. But if he killed and consumed Gojo's body, how would y'all feel about that? At least at that point they couldn't bring him back anymore. Gege probably chained in Shonen Jump's basement right now. I low-key feel bad for him. Yeah, I know those people are probably pushing him to make more content. But that's why at least he's taking a break. At least he's like taking care of himself as much as he can with the schedule that he has. But it's not good to see him like, it's not good to see how short this chapter was and how basically nothing happened. So it literally, I can't even rate it higher than a 5 because nothing happened. It just kind of happened. It's just kind of meh. Just kind of happened. What happened? Editor's note. Rika has fully manifested, but... Interesting. I find it strange that... What is Rika doing? Is she just is she keeping him alive? Or keeping the technique going to keep Yuta alive and fighting? Still letting Gege cook? Hashtag Gege Gagger. Yeah, we're going to let him cook, definitely. It's just not a good look. I didn't expect, like, I expected it to be a little shaky. I didn't expect it to be this bad, but Gege is sick. He's doing what he can, but this, no matter what situation it was this chapter was still just, it's not better than a 5 out of 10. That's why I asked, why is Rika still manifested? Yeah. And I had a theory, like the video I just made, that Utes or this Yuta slash Gojo would be able to use fully manifested Rika and use his curse techniques. But if Rika's just sitting here with this body, she's not doing anything. It's just sad. Yeah, Gege has to make it make sense. Because Rika's not doing. I guess she'd be keeping him alive. I guess that would be a thing that she would do, I guess. But she's not doing anything in her power to like end this fight quicker. There's more things going on. Can we see the things going on, please? I'd like to see that. Or have at least these things mentioned. Or a cliffhanger that would let us know what, at least giving us an idea of what things are going on. Because so far it just looks like zero motion is happening. Build up. Y'all got any meaningful payoff? No, we got build up, y'all. This is what we do in JJK. We got build up. Not payoff, we got build up. Are the things with us right now? I'm assuming the easiest explanation is that since he only has 5 minutes, then he couldn't go through them. It's super convenient for the plot right now. It's very interesting. There's definitely something up here we don't fully know. This is kind of weird. Yeah, it's too bland. It's too bland. It's definitely more. Gege's better than this. Than just leaving it like this, at least. And I 100% trust that there is more. But right now, it's still not very fun. And doesn't really give us a lot to look forward to if we don't know what we're looking forward to. What are we just gonna guess? Yuta's gonna... That's not a terrible guess, but Yuta would be turning the fight around and holding his own. That's what we would expect, right? Otherwise, there wouldn't be a point to this. And you guys know the haters, they're going to be cooking Yuta, bro. They're going to cook him. I mean, what else are they going to do? There's nothing else to look forward to other than to expect, like, it's just disappointment. I've seen Satosugu dojins with more pages. Kitty, chill out. You a foul for that, man. We building up to that epilogue, y'all. Please. Oh, you took me out with that, kitty. Man, this chapter literally has 7 pages. My goodness. These leaks were not it, y'all. It was still interesting read, at least. As for what it was, it's at least interesting to see how what was presumed to be the most useful heavy hitter doesn't seem to be being the most useful. It might actually be Sukuna Kaisen. Might be. I think it is now. At this point, it's just all Sukuna Kaisen. My JJK AU fanfics have more pages. People going to be cooking Gege for 2 weeks straight. Oh, no. Oh, man. I don't look forward to it. This chapter was, man. What even was this? Did Myamura say anything else? Nope. Even this end note is just like, what? It's just kind of whatever. Our Jujutsu Kaisen was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, this chapter wasn't very good. It wasn't the best Gege ever cooked. Despite last chapter actually being one of the craziest. And I even praised it too because of how I thought it was going to be. But if it turns out to like how should I say? I guess if it doesn't live up to the expectation, then yeah, we're gonna have some uncomfortable conversations. Cause right now it's not living up to expectation. And I find it very strange how Gege ended it too. He just ended it with it's such a dark note. Just Yuta's dead body. Yuta's getting his ass beat. Like, bro, who's what are you trying to tell us? Bro just trying to make he's just trying to let Sukuna win. Can we at least have a fighting chance? Oh my goodness. Kitty, what hop on Roblox. That sounds like a plan. What's that Roblox game? JJK Shenanigans or something? That one I always see with like purple guy. That shit is hilarious. The Jujutsu Kaisen was the scuffed writing we read along the way. Oh no. All right, since this chapter was yeah. Next oh snap, almost 3 weeks. Next Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 263 leaks. Man, it does not get better. On the 27th of June, 21 days from now, almost 3 weeks. Oh no. That's even longer than I expected. Bro, bro, he about to he about to log off almost the entire month. Gege going on vacation. I hope he enjoys himself. Cause we're not going to. How is he gonna leave us like this? I swear Gege gets satisfaction from this, y'all. He has to. He literally is because he's basically relieving himself. It's not yeah, he needs to take care of himself though. But Gege going to Malaysia. Gege's the real cursed spirit, man. He's crazy. Hitting us with the 100x100 break. I hope not. My brother in Christ, my mid-semester break hits when Gege drops new chapter. Man, that's tough. Gege just not working with our schedules right now. Man, he about to be gone almost the entire month. What is it today? It's the 5th? Oh man. That's incredibly tough. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this week in Shonen? I only kind of catch up with Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. Right now, oh my goodness, and those two right now, they're not, they're not looking too hot. And I said earlier in the stream I was going to talk about Chainsaw Man as well. What was the? Yeah, Chainsaw Man was great. Cause I actually am getting into reviewing Chainsaw Man 2. Like I've read through the entire part again and again, picked up on things I didn't notice before, and I thought like this last chapter was extremely weird. It's like it just gets weirder and weirder the more I read part 2. Because it's focusing so much on Asa's character. I mean not Asa's, not just Asa, but Asa and Denji's character, like it's like on things I don't even want it to focus on. And it's just Fujimoto is just forcing it and forcing it and forcing it on Denji's like super horn dog hypersexuality thing, his problems with intimacy and all this stuff. It's like, when did I ask for this? There's isn't there better ways to bring this up? Because the way Denji is so random, he's so out of pocket, and then this chapter happened. Am I even allowed to show this chapter? Bruh. Is it even allowed? Yeah, this is insane, man. Review it. This chapter was, oh my gosh, man. What in the world? I'm not allowed. It doesn't help that Denji is that re is not making any progress. Yeah, this that situation doesn't help Denji either. It does the exact opposite, and it doesn't wouldn't help Asa's situation either, because he's just forcing himself on the Denji. So it's like, Fujimoto, you're going in some weird directions, man. He's just crashing out, gooning out, man. I never expected it, but he has to have a plan. It's not like it's for no reason, right? I mean, he does a lot of things for no reason, but it's, yo, someone need to check this man out. This week isn't real. He named the chapter Super Smooch. Oh my gosh. This isn't funny. Us is not in control. Yeah, that doesn't help either. It doesn't help anyone in that situation. It doesn't improve Denji's character. It sullies on Yoru's reputation, even though she's a devil, she's evil. And it's just like, for what reason? Oh my gosh. I didn't even know what direction this was going to take. Oh my goodness, man. It's bad. Bro, Chibi Reviews is getting death threats because of this chapter. Chibi Reviews, that dude is a complete gooner. I would not take that man. No, I would not take that man seriously. Death threats is crazy though. That man is gooned out though. Gooned out all the way. I'm not even surprised. Didn't he like toast to whatever happened in 167? Chainsaw Man is becoming hentai manga. Yeah, it feels like Fujimoto is just forcing themes. He is forcing it, but this is what it's always been about Denji's intimacy and his sexual drives and things like that. But it's just so out of pocket that it's so uncomfortable. And this is why people just just say like, oh, I'm so glad I dropped Jujutsu, I dropped CSM or different things like that. Or different fans would be like, they freaking point their glasses in and be like, well, actually, this chapter was actually peak fiction because it focuses on different yada 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 whatever. But regardless, it's just such a weird. It's so strange. It's just not for everyone. It's really not. And it's so hard for me as a content creator to review stuff like this because it's so out of pocket, y'all. Like, I'm pretty sure especially this new chapter, is just not PG. Because I'm a Jujutsu Kaisen person, it wouldn't get that many views either. So it's like, but it's interesting though. I want to talk about the different things that Fujimoto has, because there's a story going on with the Darkness Devil, with freaking Fami's plan, with Nostradamus' prophecy. There's stuff going on, but we're focusing on Denji's horniness, and it's like, why? That fishy A did something to him, and Denji. There's something actually wrong with Denji. he's not a real person, bro. Or he's too real of a person, actually. Being honest, that dude is too real. And he just says everything that he's a person that lets the intrusive thoughts come out. I'd risk it all if Chainsaw Man / Asa Yoru bad. And I want Denji to succeed and mature as a person, and I want him and Asa to grow in whatever relationship they're going to grow in. But this chapter, man, that's not it, man. It's nothing natural about it. It's not even romantic like people say. It's just bizarre, weird. Get that away from me, please. And I like the series. And I'm sitting here like, get that away from me. Bro is just cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. These chapters got me acting a certain way, man. It's insane. Inspired by the event. How do you even say that? I know what you're talking about. The Shinji scene. Yeah, that's tough. It's too real. It's not everyone's cup of tea. The chapter's going crazy here. All right. So is there anything we missed for this new chapter? No. I'll check by Myamura. Man, a 3-week break. Almost 3 weeks, I mean. Oh my goodness. It's tough, man. Men's Mental Health Month off to a great start. Is it really Mental Health Month? This is tragic. These chapters are corner comboing enemy. Man, they got me in the most vicious combo. I actually did start on a video with no, I was talking about I actually got my thoughts together with Megami. And that's a pretty interesting video. I don't if you're a Megami fan, you might not like it, but at least I was real with y'all. But I'll probably make a review about this chapter before I talk about that one. And then I'll talk about Chainsaw Man later in the break or after the next chapter. Because it's if I was to rate this week for Chainsaw Man, it was like a 3 out of 10. At least there was a chapter. And for Jujutsu Kaisen, it was definitely like a 5 out of 10. Because, yeah, or a 5 out of 10. Because this was literally half a chapter. Hot take, I'd rather be weirded out than disappointed, or than that disappointed. I'd love you to debate Kaio on defense of Megami because he's going hard for him. Yeah, we have to do that because I have some things to say about Megami, and it's good that when I made that video and I scripted it, and now I'm in the process of editing it right now, because I do praise Megami for what he does, but it's that he's just not, Megami is not appealing to everyone, especially, of course, you guys probably already know, he's not my cup of tea, but Megami's appeal is not for everyone because of how things work out for him. But he is a very good character. He's very well written, but his appeal is just not for everyone, especially his mindset, and some of the things that he says are contradicting to like how he encouraged. Like, I'll just give a little snippet right here. Like, Megami says, he says to Yuji, not because I know Kyle, he really goes hard in defense, even to the point where he says Megami being what they said, he says something about mischaracterization that's going on with Megami, but Megami being sorry technically wouldn't be mischaracterization, it'd just be Megami being sorry. But Megami says to Yuji, when did he say that? 143, 144. 144. He says to Yuji, 143 actually. And mind you, this is after Yuji killed all those people in Shibuya. He didn't even know if he had the right to live or not. Even Yuta mentions it, like he doesn't even know whether he deserves to live. He says to Yuji, don't be selfish and give up all alone. Megumi's coon. He says, don't be selfish and give up all alone. Those are Megumi's words. And we see what Megumi's doing right now. Like he's doing all this to encourage Yuji. No one, he's telling what his values are as a sorcerer, or trying to encourage Yuji what a sorcerer's ideals are. No one can judge us. We must continually prove the worth of our existence. And we don't have the luxury of thinking about ourselves. Yet, what is Megumi doing right now? He gave up himself. He did that himself. He's not doing anything with his strength right now. And it's understandable the situation he's going through because he lost his entire reason for being a sorcerer. But he's saying his reason right now that they can't think about themselves. They just have to save people. It's almost exactly the same mindset that Todo had when he was encouraging Yuji. I mean, yeah, when he was encouraging Yuji in Shibuya. Like they are the exception. They have to keep moving forward no matter what. He's literally being hypocritical. Do not be selfish and give up alone. Yet Megumi gave up alone. He didn't live up to his own words. Megumi adapt to his depression. Yeah, so it's not like he's totally weaponless either. They just need to take one of those porcupine spikes out of his head. Yeah, so that's enough for Megumi. That's a little sneak peek for y'all for this video that's coming up. But at least he is well written, and yeah, you're gonna see in that video how I feel about him. But this was definitely an absolutely crazy chapter. It definitely didn't go the direction I expected it. It was pretty funny, yet sad how Yuta was viewed this chapter, and how he what he was doing and how he delivered, because he basically didn't do anything except launch a domain. But we're going to see if he does anything, I guess, in the next 2 weeks. And then next coming week, definitely look out for a theory video for how I think things are going in the manga. Because we're back on that Sakuna Kaisen train, and I I want to hop off. I don't like the Sakuna Kaisen train how it's going right now. Can't wait to get lobotomized over the next 3 weeks, man. Enemy stand user got all of Megumi's receipts. No, man. I felt that way like ever since Megumi got, man, I can't even unleash all these thoughts in this one little tidbit, but I felt this way ever since Megumi was introduced with his mindset and how he couldn't give out his best. It was just a little wince. He's not my GOAT. But it is what it is. We're gonna have some conversations this week. But yeah, that's what I had. It's good to see you guys in chat joining me on the stream. The Lobotomy Kaisen is gonna be absolutely crazy throughout these next couple of weeks as we break off from this very, very wacky chapter. But it's gonna be interesting. And I hope things improve. I'm certain that they are going to, but we just have to put faith in Gege that he's gonna cook and that he's gonna deliver, even though we're not seeing his best work right now. But all we can do is send hope that he gets better, takes care of himself, and he does what he has to do to lock in and give us a great story. But that's what I have for today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. You guys have a good night. But this has been Enemy Stand User, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys have a good night, good day, but I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Have a good one.